4 years ago, I was inspired by John from the YouTube channel Hounds of Howgate to walk the Cape Wrath Trail. After turning 65 at the end of July 2023, I embarked on my 18-day attempt to join these other intrepid hikers. So join me as I drag my old body over 4x4 tracks, single tracks, pathless tracks, bogs, midges, river crossings and all the weather elements Scotland has to offer. So this is day 6 of the Cape Wrath Trail. Just got out the tent there. It's like 7:45 in the morning. Heading back to the Kinlochhorn farmhouse bed and breakfast for a shower and my breakfast. And I'm a bit of a quandary today because I was blowing a hoolie last night. 50 mph plus gusts. Tent held up fine. But it's supposed to be blowing about 25 to 28 mph with gusts up to 44, 45 all day, and that's down here. So the Forking Ridge, which is where we're supposed to be going towards Glen Shiel. I'm not too sure about this, whether to stay here an extra day and just wait till it blows over. There's going to be less tomorrow. It's going to be like 13 mph winds tomorrow, blowing gusting to 25, which is doable. Yeah. Ready? Come here. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you know whose side your bread's buttered on, don't you? Huh? Don't you? Huh? What a beautiful beast. How lovely are you? Huh? How are you? Oh, you're lovely. Mm-hmm. Oh, are you sleepy? You look a bit sleepy. What are you doing? Did I wake you up? Did I wake you up? That's funny, man. Peter's just stuffing into my beans and toast. There we go. Day 6. Cape Wrath Trail. Leave no trace. What's this? Right. Leave no trace. The great campsite. Here's just headed off there. Ah, what a fantastic breakfast that was at the Kinlochhorn Cafe Campsite. So the story is that Marion and Matthew, who manages that now, they only started here in April. So they took over from the previous people who used to manage it, which got a bit of a bad rap because it was never opened. And they were let go. And these guys have been running it since April this year. Very warm, friendly, lovely. He's originally from the Dumfries-Gallagher. He's from Marnock, but two of them were absolutely brilliant. Did as good. Had a nice shower this morning. Changed the underwear, shirts. Kept the socks on, they were still dry. Had a nice shave. Had a 3-course breakfast with porridge and toast, tea, sausage and eggs, and tomatoes, etc. So, fully good. I was worried about the forecast here for today because it's like gale force winds high up, but they seem to be abating. By the time we get to the top, up here, it hasn't been raining as bad as what it should have, what I thought it would have been. So this river next to Stalker's Hut should be passable today, and that's the main one. And past that we should be okay for the other ones. But expect to get up there. It's supposed to start raining heavy, maybe about 3 o'clock. Which is like 4.5 hours from now, but I think by 4.5 hours we should just be getting to the flash and heading through it, which will be good. Fingers crossed anyway. So here we go. That's the back end of the Kinlochhorn bed and breakfast and coffee house. Wow, it's a big place after all. I didn't realise it was that big. Oh, we got a lot of rooms built on a lot. Nice. Very good. Very, 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 very good. And we're heading up this thing here. Second pylon at the top of the hill. So counting up the pylons, it's like on the hill. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth pylon. Fourth pylon at the top there, we hit right. That's where we go. Let's just head on a Cape Wrath Trail, day number 6. Plan is to get to Glen Shiel today. It's just down the road from Elan Donnan Castle. Loch Deutsch. Loch Deutsch. What's this? Yeah, this was a long hike. It was a long walk around that loch, I have to admit. That was a long walk around that loch. Anyway, wind is nice at the moment. Still warm wind. That's why I'm down to the t-shirt. Put on the yellow t-shirts because certainly horseflies don't like the brighter colours. They're attracted to the darker colours. So that's why I did it. And that beep beep you hear all the time is my little Garmin e-Trex telling me I'm on track. I've got the route in here, so a lot of this is pathless towards the top. You just have to make your way up. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, onwards and upwards. This is us hiking up this trail here. It's actually pretty steep, but it's just about to get a whole crooked lot steeper. This is a 1 in 3. It's like climbing stairs. But once you get to the top here, we're at the top. Peter's a photographer and doesn't like his picture taken. How ironic. Oh, that's us as we climbed from the bottom there, that green field down there, straight up. That's actually pretty damn good, and that's like, I was only 30 minutes from the bottom of this hill. Not 30 minutes from where the road is, but where you actually start the climb. And the climb just past this second pylon up here is the fork. It bears to the right. We need to take where people get lost according to Matthew. So we'll do a map check when we're there. And I tell you, I'm glad I trained on those hills this last few weeks, especially because I've been training for the long distance walks, but hiking up these sort of hills and the Cascades pays dividends because the breath is actually pretty well under control. Makes it strong. Yeah. Just need to get used to doing more mileage, but picking up the mileage day by day. And on this trail, you tend to start off slow, and then you pick up the mileage as you head further north. It's quite amazing after this is the 6th day. I see how little far north I've come from Fort William. It's quite crazy, but over some Neudark. What about here? There we go. Now it's flattened out. So, bingo. Fantastic. I think it's going to be one of these days I just put on all my waterproofs and rain it off. Look at this. That peninsula down there. So I was walking along the bloody thing. Anyway, yeah. This is oh, look how far ahead if we could stop and put on my waterproof. It's up there. So it's just got to the hiker's hut here, which is cool. And this is a famous land spot because this river normally can get spate, but it's not spate. It's actually quite low. You can cross to the bricks. So we have a little water stop here. Once we're past that, that's super cool about that. It means that was the part I was worried about. Anyway, I thought with the rain last night it might be more heavy, but it's not. This is the stalker's hut. I swear. John from House of Howgate. Somebody's left the door open. How stupid is that? And look at left. Oh, what's the bit? Somebody's left rubbish here. What the hell? Oh, nice.
It's not terrible.
Look. People have, thank you for this shelter. See what's happening. It was the little cover had been cracked. I put on a screen protector, thank God for that. Just annoying, I don't have one spare one with me, so this is the actual lens that's on here now. But at least I hope the photographs will be better. But this is amazing, look at this hut. Crazy, eh? Little hiker's hut. Little stalker's hut. Glad I made this, so cool. Need a pee, fill it with water, and we will continue on. We'll now have to head up. We call it a Bealach, which is like a saddle. That's the Bealach up there, and it's up around there. I think Peter just said it's about 1,000 feet elevation gain from here, so that's over quite a distance. So it's supposed to be steep towards the end though. So it might be one of those like gentle and then just straight up. But it's not as steep there. And that was a real, it was actually pretty steep, very steep from Kinlochhourn up to the pylons there, up the pylons until you turned off. If you just take it easy, I just counted to 50 steps, stopped, took a couple of breaths, just stopped a wee bit, maybe 10 seconds, started again, just did it the whole way up, it was fine. It's a rainy, you can see how it's more misty, mysterious. The Scottish Highlands, and we're in a very remote place. But over that bridge is Shield Bridge, which is just up the road from the famous castle called Eilean Castle in Loch Deutsch. Loch Deutsch. But anyway, we won't see the castle unfortunately, but Shield Bridge has this place called the Kintail Lodge, and I think it stops serving food at 7:30 tonight, so making a beeline from here straight to the Kintail Lodge, having our dinner and then setting up camp. You're looking back down here, you can see Peter behind me coming up, and then these little cairns. Still on the 4x4 track here, which is cool. You can see at the end here, that's steep. So I think we're out now up at the top here. We meander along the valley floor. We get to the bottom of that and it's 1,000 feet straight up. Oops, we dropped a cliff bar. That must mean it's time for a cliff bar. Finally made it to the top here. The last couple of walk-ins here. See the weather's as predicted, turned to rain and shit. Crap. So yeah. It's misty here. So we're up here at 2:30. It's the time to head down. So this is haven't been taking much video because tricky navigation and we get a little off the path. We should have been on that bridge up there and along to the saddle and then along hugging that mountain. But the weather's been horrendous as you can see. And it's actually, when we come over the Bealach, there's multiple mountains on this sucker. The nice thing about it is Glen Shiel lives down that way, so we don't have to go down here. But that has been a real bugger. So the book said, a boggy, tricky descent. I think that would be underestimating it. If you miss that ridge up there, you're snooked. So we're just going to we've just been actually walking all over the mountain here, and we're going to just go and grab it down lower. Okay, Cape Wrath Trail Day 6, still making it to Glen Shiel today. It's 3:35, so we could get there. That's fine actually. This is going to be okay now. I mean, we're heading down there. Alright, good. Let's go. No, it's the path actually. I don't know how far up it is, but I'm just going to contour around here and manage it down. I'm just zigzagging going down here. I'm just going to zigzag. Found the path. You can see where it's from. Up there, that gap up there, man, it's where we just bushwhacked. So yeah, my feet are absolutely soaking now, so I'm not bothering my backside. I've actually found out that the foot just go to a dampness level quite quick because they're rubberised. And socks, I've got a dry pair of socks in here, I can dry them off. But yeah, this has been everything the forecast said. Heavy rain starting at about 3 o'clock, and then it's picking up. Yeah, Cape Wrath. It's supposed to be unstable for the last 5 days. Yeah, between 50 to 20 mile an hour winds last night, and then this is today. Just walking down the whole Glen here. Glen is still one of the houses at school when Glen Shield, Glen Affric. Oh, darling. Glen Lannick, Glen Shield, Glen Affric. Get where I left it. Huh. Anyway, put the phone away and we'll get focused and getting out of this damn doubt to hit Kale Lodge for supper.
And you can't just be fucking
I can't believe none of the little frogs are so cute. I just thought that was his camp shoes. No, the ones he had at the restaurant last night.
The white ones?
Yeah, that's his camp
No,
shoes.
it's not.
Oh, you're kidding me,
No. I'm not kidding you. I asked him. I met them.
I mean,
I met him talking about that when men in his car. I looked at what they were wearing.
Kenny, are you serious?
I'm not. Like praying and stuff. Obviously, I'm not marking them for that, but they were
I'm
also
gonna drink here. I can't even believe this.
the 400 grams of beef.
Now that,
Incredibly unusual, like behaviour for, and we got lost, so they obviously can't read a map, and they obviously done a lot of stuff beforehand. I knew about that steep part, and then how Gate told me. Obviously, I studied the map. I studied the map for long. I didn't just buy the guidebook.
yeah, eh? Yeah, I was hoping, I was aiming for 6. I pushed on, I was working really fast back there to make up time for our mistake earlier. I thought when we left this morning, we would get here at 20 past 6. That's not too shabby, right? I'm assuming people have done it, yeah. I was just coming down to Loch Deutsch and Glen Shiel, the Glen Shiel Caravan Camping Park, and then just round the corner there, the headland is Kintail Lodge. So my what do you call it? DJI Action 3 is just going to put for today, probably all the colds and stuff that was going on. But that was tough today. That was tough. On the way down especially. You know, it was actually, we felt quite good when we got to the top, and I thought, well, this will be good. I know it's a bit tricky descent, but I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. But yeah, there we go. Not too shabby.